Now, the local conference of youth, in collaboration with various partners, have marked the end of their three-day conference as the youth from different parts of Kenya came together for capacity building at the Eka Hotel ahead of these year's COY 17 and COP-27 in Sharm El Sheikh in Egypt. Our very own Daisy Love attended the event that sought to unravel issues surrounding climate change and call for action, but the youth unfurled for us the following story.
The local conference of the youth, LCOY, Kenya, is a conference for the youth by the youth under the umbrella of UONGO, the official youth constituency of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC. It is a national version of the International Conference of Youth, COY, which takes place immediately before the Conference of Parties, COP, that is the annual UN Climate Conference. It aims to create a space to boost youth climate action locally and create an input into the international conferences.
We expect transparency from the global leaders and non-state actors, as well as the active participation. I think I've mentioned on that. And to my fellow youth, we need to keep our efforts in this area. I encourage young people to support the call for just an environmentally friendly transition, highlighting the importance of supporting and promoting green jobs as a solution to a number of issues.
Someone said there's no climate justice without social justice. We saw an outright exploitation at Lake Turkana for the Lake Turkana wind power. To serve our people in Sarima. There's a village, I was asking yesterday why that village doesn't have even a power to light their homes. And the answer was they need to be co-benefit and co-planning before the project started, right?
This year's theme being leveraging youth to create sectoral impact, the speakers and panelists highlighted the crucial role that the youth play in promoting sustainable food systems and protecting biodiversity.
That call to action.
Issues such as the impact of gender on climate change were also addressed.
Youths tend to think that agriculture is for the elderly, agriculture is for the dirty, for the unlearned, which is the opposite. In fact, agriculture is for the young because they have the energy to farm. They have the energy to do all the irrigation, all the spraying and what have you. Agriculture is for the educated because we are talking of the modern ways of farming and the issue of climate change mitigation. These issues can be best addressed by the young people who are learned.
All the youths from here kindly liaise with the other stakeholders to try and strengthen these policies in order to enable our counties to at least, so that we can at least secure these climate change funds and will help us do 1, 2, 3 that we are planning to do in our counties.
Owing to the fact that the youth make up the bulk of the country's population, speakers in the conference emphasized intergenerational exchange of knowledge concerning climate change matters, including the need for youths to be trained on documentation, report, and audit preparation in order for the youth to access biodiversity funding that would help restore Kenya's ecosystems back to health.
There's need for mass mobilization of youths to take up the available opportunities.
Irrigation is a key to the sustainability, which means that through planning, you can make sure that your products are ready when no one else has products, because the rest of the country, a lot of people are farming, are rain dependent. You don't have to be rain dependent, not in this day and age.
The younger generation were not left behind as they too took to the podium to present their ideas and innovations in environmental conservation, as little Amelia Tichi, a winner of Young Miss Environment, spoke.
I would like to urge the government to buy sunscreen in biodegradable bottles instead of bottles that cannot decompose. Reuse the past, recycle the present, and save the future.
Na wanyama porini yatunze mazingira, faida zake nyingi kwetu si wanadamu.
The youth also took time to showcase their green technologies and initiatives, including water hyacinth product, energy-efficient pressure cookers, and air fryers, as well as fruits dried using biogas.
Let Lake Victoria breathe again. So by doing this is one way of letting others not buy plastic. So if you get our bags or our table coasters, That means you are going to restore Lake Victoria rather than buying plastics which are going to choke our fish and also going to kill our wildlife animals.
Well, it is time for the youth to take the mic in the environmental conservation conversation. I am Daisy Love, reporting for Hope TV Newswatch.